Hello there and welcome back to Gumboots Australia. This is game number 32, the last one, called the Set Pieces, and here is the briefing text. It says, the Secretary of the Kimberley Riggers Chess Club has written to you asking you to locate the pieces of a stolen chess set. It is a very valuable club set which was stolen by a disgruntled loser in the recent club championship tournament. You have until April 30 to find all the pieces. A cryptic note was found in the showcase where the set is normally displayed. It says, to open this game quick and fair, name the royal couples fast. Male monarchs form the vital pair. For first of place, seek their last. Okay, now here is my little bit of admission. This one level is not a blind playthrough. As that one little hint gives away, this is all about very cryptic clues, and each clue is part of a chain. So if you know the answer to each of the clues, it takes you to the next place, and so on. The problem with this level was that if you didn't get one of the clues, you were completely stranded, as in like there's nothing else to work with. There's no area. You got nothing. The first time I played this level, it took me an hour and 15 minutes because I resorted to just going through pretty much every town in the whole game, putting together or just searching for anything. I ended up having about 3 or 4 different chains going, and in hindsight, I can now see the pattern of how to get from start to finish. A couple of them in the middle, which I will point out, are a bit of a stretch. But overall, I did get 2 main chains going when I was playing normally, so I don't feel like it's cheating too much doing this, but I thought it was either do this, like a bit of a replay kind of version, would be much more enjoyable for you rather than watching me spend an hour just going city to city, checking every venue as the only means of furthering the game, which I don't think is going to be very fun to watch. So hopefully you will agree with me when you see some of the clues. The first one I did get actually. The main clue they give you is the royal couples and the male monarchs from the vital pair. For first of place, seek their last. Now the royal couples, I put together as the king and queen. So what I did was I searched the database, searched for king. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing was in king, so I tried queen. Queensland, that's a whole state. Queensland, 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 Queensland. But then Geelong has a Queen's Park golf course. And I thought, well, Queen's Park, it's something to go on. So let's stop the search there. Let's go to Geelong. Now, Geelong is Victoria's largest regional city. It is situated on Corio Bay. Its many fine buildings include the T&G Clock Tower with 2 life-size rural figures which strike the hour. Now, I've got the whole month of April to do this one. It's a long drive to Geelong from Derby. It's across the whole country. So I'm going to take the car. Gets me there in a few days, but early in the morning. Here we go. Arrived at 9 o'clock on April the 3rd. That's pretty good. Let's investigate and we'll play golf at Queen's Park. On the golf club notice board, you see a note which says, Fair Queen of Castle, never old, will tell dark tales ever bold. Okay, so a castle never old to me would be Newcastle. Didn't actually find a chess piece there though, so let's just check the other places in Geelong. We'll go to Denny's, Lashalle's wool store. Not such a good move coming here. Nobody knows anything about missing chess pieces. What if we walk to Buckley's Falls? Okay, under a rock at the falls, you find the lost white king and a note which says, The Park of Queens will lead you north, where our fair ladies have set forth. But my proud opponent's golden boast rests below the salt and by the coast. Now, it's a golden coast by the coast would be the Gold Coast. Seems pretty straightforward so far. And then lastly, we'll stroll in Botanical Gardens. You see no chess pieces here. Okay, so I've got two hints. One takes me to Newcastle, and one takes me to the Gold Coast. So let's head to the Gold Coast. No, sorry, Newcastle first. That's closer. Go to a new place. Let's go to Newcastle, a major port and industrial city with a long tradition of steel making. Within easy walking distance of the city centre is Nobby's Headland and popular surfing beaches. I'll take the car. Once again, I'll get there in the morning. Alright, I can start fresh. Let's investigate. Let's inspect the BHP Steelworks. No chess pieces here. What if we go for a swim at Nobby's? Not such a good move coming here. Nobody knows anything about missing chess pieces. What if we visit the Maritime Museum? In a museum display case, cleverly nestled among the genuine museum pieces, you discover the White Queen. A card under the Queen bears this strange message. On land and golf, I bid you track our counterpart of colour black. Okay, so I'd say it's the Black Queen they're talking about. On land and golf, I know there was the train thing, the Gulf Lander up north. If I search for Gulf St. Vincent, another possibility. Gulf of Carpentaria, Gulf Archerfish. There is. Normanton has the Gulf Lander. Golf and land. Land and golf. Seems like a good bet to me. I will continue investigating here though. What did I do? The museum just then? Yep. Let's see the Black Butt Reserve. You see no chess pieces here. You could consult your notes or read again. Read your instructions again. Okay. That's Newcastle done. Let's head up to Normanton to the Gulf Lander. Now, Normanton is a small town in the southwest of Cape York, the Cape York area, known for its unusual old railway service, the Gulf Lander, which has been in service since 1891. None of the options are overly great, so I was going to bus. 39 hours. Right after the morning, so it's worked out pretty efficiently. Alright, let's investigate. We'll travel on the Gulf Lander. In the station master's office, you find an unclaimed parcel. Slowly unwrapping it, you reveal the Black Queen. There we go. On the inside of the wrapping paper, a short piece of verse has been hastily scrawled. As the crow flies from its bower, and the mile of gold draws nigh, who mounts the silver tower will hear the raven's cry. This one is a little bit trickier, but obviously gold is what comes to mind. Gold and silver. While I'm here, I'll just check the other places. Look at the Purple Pub. No chess pieces here. We'll walk along Landsborough Street. Not such a good move coming here. You can see the old Qantas terminal. You see no chess piece here. Okay. Oh, watch out. Something's going to happen. You notice something stuck with chewing gum to the bottom of your foot. What will you do? I guess I'll see what it is. It's an old gum wrapper, of course. So let's search for gold. Gold Coast, so it's already on my list. Golden perch is a fish. The Gold Coast. Kalgoorlie is a gold mining area. But the other thing is it's also got a golden mile. Is a place in Kalgoorlie, which doubles it up as 2 golds and 2 words together. So I'm pretty confident the mile of gold will be Kalgoorlie. So let's go to a new place. Let's go to Kalgoorlie. In the heart of Western Australia's richest gold mining area, it has some fine examples of early Australian architecture, such as those in Hannan Street. No point flying there, I'll get a car again. Didn't arrive at the best time, but oh well. Okay, I'm here. Let's investigate. Let's do the Golden Mile Scenic Drive. In a small can beside the road, you find one black rook. Okay, no hint. Let's check out the other places. Let's visit Australia House. No chess pieces here. Let's see the statue of Paddy Hannon. Not such a good move coming here. Nobody knows anything about missing chess pieces. And let's go down the Boulder Rock Road mine. In a small hole in the wall of the mine, you find a black rock and a small piece of silver. Okay. So, silver is my next hint. It's the only thing they really gave us in that whole place. Broken Hill is a source of silver. And Mount Isa is a silver lead mine. Something else about silver there. What was that? That has a silver smelter stack. There was a hint earlier about a silver tower or something along those lines. Silver smelter stack would be a silver tower. So that is how you get to Mount Isa from Kalgoorlie. Problem with the search, I think this is what undid me playing the game blind, was if you search for, say, silver, it highlights the first entry in any database listing, but if it's got silver mentioned twice, or gold or something, it only highlights the first one. So sometimes you can miss these kind of little hints because you're just looking at the highlight. If I'd seen silver smelter stack playing blind, I would have probably gone straight to Mount Isa from the start. Did I check everything here? I think I did. I did, yes. So let's go to a new place. Let's go to Mount Isa, the most important commercial and industrial centre in northwest Queensland, including one of the biggest silver lead mines in the world. I'm going to go by bus. It's a long trip and I arrive in the afternoon, which isn't great. But let's inspect the silver smelter stack. At the base of the stack, in a carefully sealed box, you dig up one white rook. Carved into the base of the wooden box is a short message in rhyme. The mounted warriors ride out in search of course and trail. So track them now with spirit stout from Alpine Slope to Feather's Tail. Okay, so the obvious hint there is the Alpine Slope. The only real place in the whole game that's Alpine region like is Thredbo. So that's one place to go to. Feather's Tail is the other kind of hint there. If I go to the big map, you got Birdsville. Birds have feathers. So that is really the only link. This is where I think that the hints are a bit thin, a bit weak, as feather and bird. Like I guess in hindsight that kind of makes sense, but when you're looking at rhymes and riddles, could be a stretch. I don't know. Or this is the way I think. Let's investigate other places here first. Let's see the Rotary Mining Museum. You see no chess pieces here. We can drive out to Lake Moondara. Beside the lake, inside an old hollow stump, you find a white rook. Okay. And let's fly to Birri Beach. No chess pieces here. Okay, let's Mount Isa done. Let's head to Thredbo for the Alpine hint. Thredbo, one of the country's many popular snowfields and one of the coldest places in Australia. It's only morning now. I could plane it there and still have some time to spare. Let's do that. Alright, let's investigate. I always said it was Alpine. Let's go skiing on the slopes. Not such a good move coming here. What if you go... Oh, sorry, you should have gone horse riding in the Alps. On the trail, you see a small dark figure in a tree. When you climb the tree, you find that it is a black knight. With it, you find a white feather. So there's another feather hint. Let's check everything. So we'll go look for clues in the hotel. Behind the bar, you find a black knight, and under it, there is a twisted old horseshoe. The horseshoe is the one hint I couldn't really piece to anything else. Could not tie that to something. We can ring the Ski Rescue Association. You see no chess pieces here. Okay. So I've got two bird-related hints, being feathers. Let's go to Birdsville. It's already late at night, so I'm just going to get a bus there. Birdsville is the end of the famous Birdsville track, where many unwary tourists have perished from thirst. The hints had mentioned trail as well. Trail and a track, I don't know. I'm sure you can put something together about it. Let's go to Birdsville. Alright, first thing in the morning, that's very good. Let's investigate. Let's look for clues along the track. No chess pieces here. What if we check out the race course? Horseshoe, of course. You know, you don't really search for a race course if you just get horseshoe. I search for horse. Oh. A studious fellow was seen here, but he left muttering that only the track started with a T. Okay. Now we can talk to the publican. Not such a good move coming here. We can go and see the bush nurse. You see no chess pieces here. Okay. This is my next leap of faith. Birdsville didn't work. But if it starts with a T, you got Townsville. Birdsville starts with a T, Townsville. It sounds like a stretch to me, but let's go to Townsville. That's another racecourse in Townsville. Townsville is a northern Queensland city with its own university, popular with tourists on the way to the Barrier Reef. I'll go by bus. Get me there in the morning again. 7 o'clock in the morning, beautiful. Let's investigate. See, nothing horse-related here. Let's ring the tourist bureau. No chess pieces here. What if we check out the university? In one of the lecture halls, you find a white knight. It is wrapped in a piece of leather upon which is written, "No Avalon this isle laid down, with crook and mitre royal, but in the street of Chinatown white pearls reward the loyal." Okay. So that's the university. A couple of hints there. We got isle. See, when it says isle and crook, I immediately thought of like a convict camp or something convict related. And Port Arthur came to mind because it has the penal settlement there and the Isle of the Dead. So that one wasn't too bad. Then you got straight to Chinatown and you got pearls is another big hint. So we go to the database. If we type in bad typing. Is that space there? That's just how it is. Isle gives you Isle of the Dead and a penal settlement. That wasn't too bad. I got that one pretty easily. And then we go Pearl. Broome had a pearling fleet and a Chinatown. So again, that's pretty good links. Happy with those two. So let us... Wait, did I search everything here? No, I haven't. Not such a good move coming here. Did I do the rainforest? Beside a rough track in the forest, you notice a rusting tobacco tin. Inside the tin, you find a white knight. Ooh, lucky I checked. I did university. Alright, that's Townsville done. So let's go to that penal colony, Isle of the Dead in Port Arthur. Port Arthur, formerly an infamous penal settlement, this is now an important tourist attraction where the ruins of the prison buildings still stand. It's a long trip, trying to fly down. I'll get there at night, but it's okay. You can do night tours at Port Arthur and the old penal settlement. It's actually quite interesting, a bit spooky. We're here. Let's visit the Isle of the Dead. In the cemetery, you find a piece of purple cloth. Rolled up in the cloth, you find a black bishop and a nail file. Okay, we walk through the model prison. Here you find a black bishop and a note which says, "Where doctor's breeze is free and light, the bishop sees or find their plight." Now, this is a bit of a hint that is quite, I don't know how you describe it, but it's a tricky one. The doctor's breeze is free and light. Perth and Fremantle, that little area down there in WA, they have a wind phenomenon, I guess you'd call it. A cool wind, I think it is, called the Fremantle Doctor. The Doctor breeze that comes across from the water and wherever it cools down the whole area. Because Perth and Freo get quite hot. The Fremantle Doctor, being the wind, helps them out, I guess you could say. Find their plight. So it is free and light though. So yeah, that's a pretty obscure hint, that one. If you're not really thinking about names of winds, but that's it. That is a link from Port Arthur to Perth. Did I do the other ones? The Eagle Hawk Neck? You see no chess pieces here. Take a tour of the Bushmill. No chess pieces here either. Okay, but we've got a link to Fremantle. Let's go to a new place. Let's go to Perth. It's a long trip. Perth is the capital of Western Australia on the Swan River, which is popular with sailors and windsurfers. Nearby Fremantle hosted the America's Cup in 1986. I'm making pretty good time, so I will take a bus and I'll get there in the morning. It's a long drive. I arrived early in the morning, that's good. Alright, we're in Perth. Let's go to Fremantle. At the Fremantle police station, the police have been handed a package. You open the package and discover a white bishop and a note which says, "In northern sweeping, your faith is keeping." Okay. I'll check the other places while I'm here. We'll visit the Wacky Cricket Grounds. Not such a good move coming here. You take a ferry to Rottnest Island. You see no chess pieces here. And you can go to Scarborough Beach. No chess pieces here. That's okay. It gave me a hint about northern sweeping. So to me that means heading up north. And in the north there's a place called Broome. And you sweep with a broom. So I've already got hints of Broome with Chinatown and Purling. And now I've got a third hint of sweeping. It's a pretty good sign we're heading to Broome. So that wasn't too bad. Let's head up there to Broome. Is it 1:30? So it's Broome, situated at the southern tip of the Kimberley region. This coastal town has a colourful history when over 400 luggers sailed in its purling fleet. I will take a bus. Pretty efficient, because I'll get there in the morning. No, I actually got there at night. Not so efficient after all. That's okay. Let us investigate. We'll go to Chinatown. Nobody even likes chess here, but somebody gives you a little white tile with a picture of a cross on it. Okay, let's visit the little white church. Climbing onto the roof of the church, you find hidden behind the cross a white bishop. Alright, I'll check the other places while I'm here. Walk out along Streeter's Jetty. Not such a good move coming here. Nobody knows anything about missing chess pieces. We can go sailing on a lugger. You see no chess pieces here. Okay. So we've found 15 pieces, 1 to go. There's no hint in Broome though. Back at the very start, in Geelong, we get the hint to get to the Gold Coast. So, I'm going to go through all the hints. As you can see, it's a very elaborate mission. This one has a lot of hints and clues to follow. Some better than others. Oh, watch out, something's going to happen. You hear the song "I Should Be So Lucky" on the radio. The announcer offers a cash prize for the first person to ring in with the correct name of the singer. You ring up and say the singer is Kylie Minogue. Oh, number is engaged. It's impossible to get through. Alright. So mind you, even though I'm playing this game knowing where I have to go, it still takes a while. It's a long mission, this one. The Gold Coast is one of Australia's most popular tourist spots where people from all over the world enjoy sun, surf and high-rise buildings. I've still got 10 days to go. So this is jumping a bus. As you can see going through the game, most of the hints kind of make sense. You can see the clue trains you put together to go place to place, but there's a couple, especially the Birdsville, Townsville one. I think they were a bit of a stretch and that broke me. Hence why I had to resort to travelling everywhere. But now they're in the Gold Coast. Let's investigate. Let's visit the Leagues Club. No chess pieces here. Let's see dolphins at SeaWorld. In the bottom of the large salt shaker in the cafe, you find the Black King. Alright. You found all the pieces, Andy. The club members are so pleased to have them back that they vote to make you a life member and pay you a $5,000 reward. It's not bad. You receive your final payment of $5,000 for completing the task, plus your $100 for each bonus point you have left. This adds $6,000 to your bankroll. You finish this game and you'll now go on to the next game, except that you don't because you have solved all of these games, Andy. If you want to play them again, type in as a new name and start again as a new player. Alright, so that is that. That is Gumboots Australia from 1990. Australia's version of Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. A lovely little educational adventure game, which still has a lot of charm in it. It's 30 years old. Like, that's crazy. It's 2020 now. This game was made in 1990. It's 30 years for a computer game. The fact that I can still play it is amazing, and the fact that I can play it and still have fun is amazing. It shows not all about graphics. Just good old adventure and puzzle solving can be its fun in its own way. And I hope you appreciate why I had to play this last mission the way I did. Otherwise, we'd be spending an hour watching me travel to random places. But 32 levels, that's actually longer than I thought the game was going to be for an old game. I didn't think it'd go for so long, and it did. But I'm glad it did though, because it's, even though it's 30 years old knowledge, some of the places probably aren't as relevant anymore. New ones have popped up, like, places like Cairns, isn't mentioned, which is odd. But probably a great way for kids to learn about Australia back in 1990, an interactive learning experience. So, who said learning can't be fun? But that will be that, though, for Gumboots Australia. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this series, and I hope you come back to my channel when I start a new game. See you then.